Todd, the Flames obviously have a lot to play for here. Your team has a chance to be a spoiler. I know that you've kind of embraced it as a roster, but just a thought on playing against a rival.
We both have a lot to play for. I just don't think that the Flames do. Obviously, they're fighting for a playoff position. We're not, but we've got a lot of things that we need to accomplish as a team. And as far as the spoiler role goes, I think anytime that you bring that up as a team, you haven't had the season that you needed to have. So it's just about us trying to get better and playing a good, strong game moving forward against one of our rivals.
What are some of the factors that have gone into the recent success of your team against the Flames, and how do you continue that?
I've been asked that question a number of times, and it varies from night to night. The games have moved around. One team has a quick start, the other team doesn't. Special teams come into play. Goaltending some nights, we've been able to get leads and hold on. We've been able to come from behind. So I don't think there's one set pattern that really describes our play or their play against each other. It's often circumstances and often one goal swing one way or the other.
Do you find it important to control the Battle of Alberta? You've been in Edmonton now 3 years. Is it important, vibe around the city, being on the plus side of that ledger?
Well, I think that's there's a natural yes answer to that question. They're our rival. We share the province, two very proud franchises and organizations. And to have success against your rival is important, but you've got to also equate that into seasonal success. And right now they have a chance to continue their season. We don't. So it really is catch-22. And for us, it's a one event night, if you will. It's not about the 5 or 6 games that have happened over the past 16, 17 months. It's about what we can accomplish here tonight as a group to improve.
What did you like about the last 3 games, your homestand, that you want to see carried forward here this week?
Well, our special teams have risen to the occasion where they've been generally struggling for long periods. We've been able to win games because of them lately, be it the power play or the penalty kill. And I know tonight that'll come into play at some point as well. We'll have to be strong in those areas. I think that Cam Talbot's playing some of his best hockey all season. He's been a very calming influence in the net for us. Anytime we've had breakdowns, he's been able to get the saves and also manage the game a little bit, get us a rest, get us a whistle when we needed it. So those have been 2 big factors.
David obviously is gone with David. Does he deserve some talk about the heart now with the run?
Absolutely. And the discussion out there will be, well, the Oilers aren't going to make the playoffs, so he shouldn't be considered. I disagree with that. Without him, we'd be in big trouble. And, he's been the heartbeat of our team all year. When you look at the type of numbers he's put up throughout the season, he deserves to be talked in that same breath. He also played quite sick for almost a month where his play dropped a little bit. We had to cut his minutes back. But that's a good sign of a leader, and I think he's been tremendous, especially from Christmas on.
What do you incrementally see in terms of the gains that he's made year over year? Because we were gushing about him last year at this time, and we're gushing about him again. But as a coach, what do you see as the biggest strides he's made in his development as a professional?
Well, believe it or not, I'm probably going to talk on the defensive side of the puck. And, we know his speed, we know his ability to take defensemen on one-on-one, and all his offensive gifts are growing. He's understanding what the opposition's like, but the defensive play, we've matched him up against some of the team's top lines down the stretch, and his ability to play on the other side of the puck and break plays up has gotten better, and we believe it can continue to get better. He's really becoming a complete MVP in the league.
Do you believe that this is going to be a kid that has a goal of lifelong learning? I remember Crosby in his 4th year wanted to narrow, face-off wins because it was the one part of his game that he saw as a detriment or something that he could improve. Do you see the same qualities in Connor in terms of he's always just going to, no matter how long he plays, want to be just a little bit better?
I think you're dead on, and I think there is a unique talent or tool in some of those special players. I saw it in Datsuk and Zetterberg, even Nick Lidstrom at his age, Joe Thornton, Joe Pavelski. They are always finding ways to get an edge. And the edge they have now isn't going to last forever, so they're looking for a difference. Those special players, obviously Connor and Sid and now Ovechkin, we're talking about him again, they study the game. They know where they need to be in certain situations. They know and can predict sometimes what's going to happen on the ice so they can take advantage. And I think you have to work at that. You have to be able to study the game and put yourself in a position to have success, and those players do it.
Do the great players watch a lot of video of players playing against, like baseball?
Well, they do. They study the game. I think the great players can replay the game for you. Connor can probably replay some of his shifts from game 49, and I think it was game 49 when we played here. He could probably tell you without going back to the video that this happened or that happened, or I needed to adjust this in that situation. And that's a month and a half or 2 months ago now. So those special players have that unique ability. We've got one around us all the time, Wayne. And anybody around him knows that he can tell stories and he can tell you what it smelt like that night, never mind what happened on the ice. All the senses are tapped by those special players, and Connor's one of them.